Picture this. You wake up feeling completely fine. No chest pain. No headaches. No warning signs at all. You make your usual breakfast, grab your coffee, and head into your day. But silently, inside your arteries, something dangerous is happening. Your blood pressure has been creeping higher for months. Maybe years. And the food sitting in your kitchen right now could be making it worse every single day. Here's what makes this so alarming. High blood pressure rarely hurts. It rarely warns you. It just quietly damages your heart, your brain, your kidneys, until one day it doesn't stay quiet anymore. Today, we're going through the 10 worst foods for your blood pressure, foods that doctors and cardiologists specifically warn their patients about. Some of them will genuinely shock you. A few are probably in your kitchen right now. And stay with us to the very end, because the number one category is something that affects millions of people daily, and most of them have absolutely no idea. Welcome back to the channel, where we break down the health information you actually need, in plain, straightforward language. Quick but important note before we dive in, everything in this video is for educational purposes only. It is not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. If you have high blood pressure or any other health condition, please consult your doctor before making changes to your diet or medication. Now, let's talk about what's really going on in your body when blood pressure rises. Your arteries are elastic tubes that carry blood from your heart to every organ in your body. When pressure builds up inside those tubes consistently, the walls begin to thicken and stiffen. Over years, that damage quietly increases your risk of heart attack, stroke, vision loss, kidney failure, and cognitive decline. The frightening part? Nearly half of adults have high blood pressure, and many don't even know it. But here's the empowering truth: what you eat matters enormously. And changing what's on your plate can genuinely move the needle. Let's start the countdown. Starting at number 10, canned soups. Soup sounds like exactly the kind of wholesome, comforting food that should be good for you. And in some forms, it absolutely is. But crack open a can of store-bought soup and look at the nutrition label, and you may feel your jaw drop. Many standard canned soups pack over 800 milligrams of sodium per serving. Some go even higher, past 1,500 milligrams in a single can. To put that in perspective, the American Heart Association recommends that people with high blood pressure aim for no more than 1,500 milligrams of sodium per day, total. One bowl of soup. Nearly your entire daily limit. Gone. And here's the trap most people fall into: the label says 2 servings per can. So that number you're reading? It may only be half the story. Beyond sodium, many cream-based or broth-heavy canned soups are high in saturated fat and preservatives that place additional strain on your cardiovascular system. The fix is actually simple. Look for soups labeled low sodium or reduced sodium, and check that the per serving number is under 400 milligrams. Even better, make your own soup at home with fresh vegetables, herbs, garlic, lean protein, and a low-salt broth. It takes maybe 30 minutes and your heart will feel the difference. At number 9, processed meats. Bacon. Sausage. Hot dogs. Ham. Pepperoni. Deli slices of turkey and chicken that seem innocent enough in a sandwich. These are some of the most sodium-dense foods in the modern diet, and they're eaten at nearly every meal by millions of people. Here's the problem. Sodium in processed meats isn't just added for flavor. It's used for preservation, texture, and color. That means the salt levels are built into the product at an industrial scale. A few slices of deli ham can contain 500 to 700 milligrams of sodium. Bacon can pack over 1,000 milligrams in just a few strips. And many people eat these foods at breakfast, in sandwiches at lunch, and layered onto pizzas or pastas at dinner. That sodium adds up fast. But processed meats carry a second danger beyond salt. Many are preserved with nitrates and nitrites, chemical compounds that some researchers have linked to increased inflammation and cardiovascular risk when consumed regularly over time. And consider how these foods are usually eaten. Not alone. They're paired with white bread, processed cheese, sugary condiments, fried sides, and oversized soft drinks. The complete meal becomes a cardiovascular event. If you enjoy meat, you don't have to give it up. Choose fresh, unprocessed options: grilled chicken breast, baked fish, eggs, legumes, or lean home-cooked cuts of beef or turkey. Your sodium intake will drop dramatically almost immediately. How many of these have been regular parts of your diet? Drop a comment below, be honest. You might be surprised how many people are in the exact same situation. Number 8, instant noodles. Few foods are more convenient. Boil water, tear open a packet, stir, and eat. Done in 3 minutes. But that little flavoring packet is one of the single most sodium-concentrated items in the entire grocery store. Some packets contain 1,400 to 1,800 milligrams of sodium, in one small foil envelope meant for one cheap meal. And honestly, nobody uses half the packet. You use the whole thing. Beyond sodium, instant noodles are made from refined white flour with very little fiber or nutritional value. They digest quickly, spike your blood sugar, and leave you hungry again within an hour or two. They're essentially empty calories wrapped in excessive salt. Studies in various populations have associated frequent instant noodle consumption with increased risk of metabolic syndrome, a cluster of conditions that includes high blood pressure, elevated blood sugar, and abnormal cholesterol levels. If you love noodles, try cooking with rice noodles or soba at home and building your own broth from garlic, ginger, low-sodium stock, and fresh vegetables. It takes a little longer, but it's genuinely satisfying and drastically better for your arteries. At number 7, fast food. Fast food is engineered to be irresistible. The salt levels, the fat ratios, the sugar content, all of it is deliberately calibrated to make your brain want more. But a single fast food meal can easily contain 2,000 milligrams of sodium or more. That's your entire daily recommended limit, sometimes exceeded, in one sitting. And it doesn't stop at the burger. The fries are salted. The sauces are salted. The bun is processed. The cheese is processed. The soda is packed with sugar. And the portion sizes have grown so large over the decades that most people dramatically underestimate how much they're actually consuming. The combination of excess sodium, saturated fat, refined carbohydrates, and massive caloric load creates a perfect storm for your cardiovascular system. Over time, these meals contribute to arterial inflammation, insulin resistance, weight gain, and steadily rising blood pressure. And weight is a critical factor here. For every 10 pounds of excess weight a person carries, blood pressure tends to rise measurably. Fast food, eaten regularly, is one of the fastest routes to that kind of weight gain. Can you have a burger occasionally? Of course. But making it at home, lean meat, whole grain bun, fresh vegetables, minimal salt, is a completely different experience for your body. Here's something your doctor may have told you, or maybe didn't. Most people assume sugar is public enemy number one when it comes to heart health. And sugar is absolutely a problem, as we'll see. But for blood pressure specifically, hidden sodium in everyday processed foods is often the bigger, more immediate threat. The dangerous part? Sodium doesn't always taste salty. It hides in bread, sauces, condiments, cereals, and foods you'd never expect. Which means you could be consuming double your daily sodium limit without ever touching a salt shaker. Keep that in mind as we continue. At number 6, pickles and packaged salty snacks. Potato chips. Pretzels. Salted crackers. Flavored popcorn. Rice cakes with seasoning. And pickles, which may be the single saltiest food item hiding in plain sight in most refrigerators. Pickles are preserved in salt brine. One large dill pickle can contain 700 to 900 milligrams of sodium. That's nearly 2/3 of many people's daily limit in something they may eat casually as a side dish or snack without a second thought. Packaged snack foods are equally dangerous, not just because they're high in sodium individually, but because they're engineered to be eaten in large quantities. You sit down with a bag of chips in front of the television and suddenly half the bag is gone. That's not a personal failure, that's literally how these products are designed. The physiological response is real. Sodium causes your body to retain water. That extra fluid volume increases the pressure inside your blood vessels. Done consistently, that pressure damages arterial walls over months and years. Healthier snack options include unsalted nuts, fresh vegetables with hummus, plain air-popped popcorn, sliced fruit, or Greek yogurt. These satisfy the craving for something to munch on without the sodium spike. Number 5. Sugary beverages. Soda. Sweetened juice. Energy drinks. Bottled sweet tea. Flavored coffees loaded with syrup. We've been told for years that these drinks are bad for us. But when it comes specifically to blood pressure, the mechanism is worth understanding. Sugar, especially in liquid form, is absorbed rapidly into the bloodstream. This triggers a spike in insulin. Over time, repeated insulin spikes can promote weight gain, insulin resistance, and chronic low-grade inflammation throughout the body. All three of those outcomes are directly linked to elevated blood pressure. What makes drinks especially dangerous compared to food is this: liquid calories don't trigger the same fullness signals in your brain. You can drink 400 calories of soda and still feel hungry for a full meal an hour later. That invisible caloric loading is a major driver of the obesity epidemic, and obesity is one of the strongest predictors of hypertension. One more thing about diet sodas. Many people switch to artificially sweetened beverages thinking they've found a safe alternative. The research here is still evolving, but some studies suggest that artificial sweeteners may still affect insulin response and gut bacteria in ways that aren't fully understood yet. The safest, most heart-friendly drink you can reach for is plain water. Add a slice of lemon or cucumber if you need flavor. Sparkling water works well as a satisfying soda alternative. Unsweetened herbal teas are another excellent option. Your arteries do not need liquid sugar. But they absolutely need hydration. At number 4, frozen pizzas and packaged frozen meals. The frozen food industry has done an extraordinary job marketing convenience. And they've gotten especially skilled at labeling products with words like lean, light, balanced, and wholesome. Don't be fooled. Many frozen dinners contain 800 to 1,200 milligrams of sodium per tray. Some frozen pizzas, eaten in quantities that most people actually consume, can deliver well over 2,000 milligrams in a single meal. The ingredients stacked against you include processed cheese, preserved meat toppings, high-sodium sauces, refined flour crusts, and additives used to extend shelf life and enhance flavor artificially. There's also the issue of satiety. Many frozen meals are low in fiber and healthy fats, which means they don't keep you full. You eat the tray, feel unsatisfied, and snack on something else an hour later, often another processed item. Preparing meals at home doesn't have to mean spending hours in the kitchen. Even simple home-cooked options, a piece of grilled salmon, a bowl of oats, a stir-fry with fresh vegetables and herbs, put you in complete control of what goes into your body. Control over ingredients means control over sodium. And control over sodium is one of the most powerful levers you have for managing blood pressure. Number 3, excessive alcohol. This one surprises a lot of people, because moderate alcohol consumption is often discussed in the context of heart health, and some research has suggested certain benefits for some people in certain contexts. But here's the clear message from cardiologists and hypertension specialists: excessive alcohol is a direct risk factor for high blood pressure. Drinking heavily raises blood pressure acutely, meaning in the hours after drinking, and chronically, meaning it keeps baseline pressure elevated over time. Alcohol also interferes with common blood pressure medications, reducing their effectiveness. It disrupts sleep architecture, and poor sleep quality has its own independent link to elevated blood pressure. It contributes to weight gain through empty calories. And it increases the risk of stroke, irregular heartbeat, and heart failure. Cocktails and mixed drinks add another layer of damage. The sugar content in many popular alcoholic beverages is enormous. If you drink and have hypertension, talk honestly with your doctor about what level of consumption, if any, is appropriate for your specific situation. For many people, reducing alcohol is one of the fastest ways to see a measurable improvement in blood pressure readings. At number 2, commercially baked goods and packaged desserts. Donuts. Muffins. Pastries. Packaged cookies. Store-bought cakes. Breakfast bars disguised as health food. The obvious concern here is sugar. Excess sugar consumption fuels weight gain, and weight is tightly linked to blood pressure. But there's a hidden danger most people completely overlook. Packaged desserts often contain significant amounts of sodium, even though they taste sweet. Sodium is used in baked goods as a leavening agent and preservative, and its presence is masked entirely by sugar. That means people consuming these foods regularly are unknowingly adding to their daily sodium load through sources they'd never suspect. Many commercial baked goods also contain partially hydrogenated oils or highly processed seed oils that promote arterial inflammation. That inflammation is a key driver of long-term cardiovascular damage. Occasional dessert is not the issue. The problem is when these foods become daily habits: a muffin with morning coffee, a cookie after lunch, a slice of something sweet after dinner. Those habits accumulate into real, measurable health consequences. Healthier sweet options include fresh fruit, a small square of dark chocolate with 70% or higher cocoa content, plain Greek yogurt with berries, or naturally sweetened homemade snacks where you control every ingredient. And the number one category that doctors most consistently warn their hypertensive patients about: ultra-processed foods. This isn't just one food. It's a category that encompasses almost everything we've discussed today, and then some. Ultra-processed foods are industrially manufactured products designed for convenience, long shelf life, and maximum palatability. They include packaged snacks, fast food, frozen meals, processed meats, sugary drinks, commercial baked goods, instant products, and most things sold in brightly colored packaging with health claims printed on the front. What makes them uniquely dangerous isn't any single ingredient. It's the combination: excessive sodium, excessive sugar, refined carbohydrates stripped of fiber, inflammatory fats, chemical preservatives, artificial flavors, and a near-complete absence of the nutrients your cardiovascular system actually needs. And they're engineered to override your body's natural fullness signals. The texture, the flavor compounds, the salt-fat-sugar ratios, all of it is calibrated to make you eat more than you intended. That's not a coincidence. That's the business model. When ultra-processed foods become the foundation of your diet, as they have for a large portion of the population, your body is in a constant state of sodium overload, inflammatory stress, and nutritional deficit. Blood pressure rises. Arteries stiffen. The heart works harder. And the damage happens slowly enough that many people don't connect the dots until they're sitting in a cardiologist's office. The solution isn't perfection. It's a gradual, consistent shift toward whole foods, vegetables, fruits, legumes, whole grains, lean proteins, nuts, seeds, and water. More meals cooked at home. More time spent reading labels when you do buy packaged products. Small changes, made consistently over weeks and months, can produce genuinely meaningful results in your blood pressure numbers, and in how you feel day to day. Before we close, let's flip the script. Here are some foods that research and clinical experience suggest may actively support healthy blood pressure. Bananas and avocados, rich in potassium, which helps counteract the effects of sodium. Leafy greens, spinach, kale, and Swiss chard contain potassium, magnesium, and nitrates that support arterial flexibility. Oats, high in soluble fiber, which supports healthy cholesterol and blood pressure. Berries, packed with flavonoids and antioxidants linked to improved vascular function. Fatty fish like salmon or mackerel, omega-3 fatty acids support heart and blood vessel health. Garlic, studied for its Potential to modestly reduce blood pressure over time. Beans and lentils, high in fiber, potassium, and magnesium. Unsalted nuts, especially walnuts and almonds, which contain heart-healthy fats. No single food is a cure. But building your diet around more of these and fewer ultra-processed choices is one of the most evidence-backed things you can do for your long-term cardiovascular health. High blood pressure is serious. But it is not hopeless. Your body is responsive. It adapts. And when you begin feeding it better, more whole foods, less sodium, less sugar, less ultra-processed everything, it often begins to respond in ways you can actually measure. More energy. Better sleep. Lower readings at your next checkup. None of this requires perfection. It requires awareness and consistent effort over time. Start by identifying the 1 or 2 items from today's list that are most present in your regular diet. Focus there first. Make a small swap. Build from that. Every better decision you make is a decision in favor of your heart. So, which food on this list surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below. We read every single one. And if you found this video genuinely helpful, please take a second to like it and subscribe to the channel. It makes a real difference in helping us reach more people who need this information. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss our upcoming videos, including a full breakdown of the best foods for naturally lowering blood pressure, and a guide on how to read nutrition labels like a cardiologist. Thanks for watching. Take care of your heart. We'll see you in the next one.